The 3rd Separate Assault Brigade of the 3rd Army Corps of the Armed Forces of Ukraine is one of the most powerful assault units in the Ukrainian military. When this brigade conducts operations, the enemy reacts with fear. Today, we are watching how these soldiers operate on one of the most intense sections of the front line, the Bakhmut direction. The battles near Bakhmut are among the fiercest of the entire war. Over the past years, the Russian army has lost more than 40% of its personnel in this area. Units like the 3rd Assault Brigade have eliminated large numbers of enemy troops and destroyed significant amounts of Russian military equipment here. We now see a fighter throwing a grenade into an enemy dugout. He prepares another grenade and repeats the action. The enemy emerges from cover and a firefight begins. The assault troops communicate clearly, issuing commands and offering the enemy a chance to surrender. The occupier refuses.
Граната? Вторая не моя. Плюс.
If he does not surrender, his fate is sealed. He will remain in this dugout forever. The training and motivation of the 3rd Assault Brigade give them an almost absolute success rate in their operations. Losses do occur. War is never without them. But the mission continues. The fighters prepare to exit cover and clear enemy positions.
Еще попробуй. Давай. Свої заходили. Він гранати не кидав, він просто відстрілювався.
Ну що там, закидували гранати, як прийняв прийом гранат.
Плюс. 200, буду контролить.
The shallow trenches left behind by the occupiers provide little protection. Multiple grenades are thrown into the dugout. The enemy attempts to return fire, but the position is fully controlled. There are no chances left. A fighter reports that the next dugout has been cleared. At the same time, Russian artillery opens fire on the assault group, fortunately without direct hits.
Дайте якусь каску. Над головою, з району Шойна. Братан? Откуда, блядь? Вот есть, вот есть. Друже, на 12 відстань метрів 50.
Another enemy position is located approximately 50 meters away. The fighters advance along the trench, constantly scanning the sky to prevent drone-dropped munitions. They search the enemy and find documents. The occupier was born in 1982. Additional documents confirm his identity. The fighters note that this man traveled nearly 5,000 kilometers to invade Ukraine.
82 года. Да, это возле Владивостока. Что ты?
All occupiers are offered the chance to surrender. Not all of them are wise enough to accept. Aerial reconnaissance reports no enemy presence at the moment. Another position comes under attack. A machine gun is prepared to suppress the enemy. Technical issues arise. They are quickly fixed.
Плюс будь-який рух спереду.
Але невідомо, може там є ще хтось посадці, так що поки що тишина.
Витягуєш, заводиш і ставиш її в пас. Все, передьорнув, все він в тебе має.
Друже, що твоя була?
Що сказати? Розчіпляйте цей. М2. Співпіві. Та щистили. Тихо, тихо.
Вибрати найкращий подарунок і дати вам найти по готовності. Прийняв.
Drone reconnaissance reports the enemy approaching at close range. A fighter runs out with a grenade launcher and fires at the enemy. Several shots follow. Hits are confirmed. The occupiers retreat, at least temporarily. Meanwhile, riflemen continue suppressive fire. The machine gun opens up. Against a machine gun, there are few arguments.
Якщо їх можливо, скільки ще пару штук.
Куди? Прямо.
Enemy forces regroup about 30 meters from the Ukrainian position. The fighters are ordered to reload and conserve ammunition. The enemy is preparing another assault. Ukrainian FPV drones strike some of the occupiers before they reach the position. Artillery and aerial reconnaissance work simultaneously. Drones play a critical role in this war, not only for reconnaissance and strikes, but also for delivering ammunition and supplies.
Економим БК. Що ми маємо по переміщенню? Як прийняв?
Друже, приїжджай на місці. Друже, якщо є можливість, хай пару накидає свої іграшки. У нього максимально гарно виходить. Він саме в тому місці, знову.
Поки пережали. Ні, друже, мінус. Всі в мене.
Плюс.
Вистав просто пекач на цей. Ну, бачите, жались. Поставлена задача, зараз кожен займається своїм до нас.
Знову не привусить.
Думаю, що так.
The enemy continues trying to capture the assault position. The assault group holds their ground for one reason only. The main force has not yet arrived to secure the position. Ammunition must be conserved. Enemy forces move closer and are destroyed. The fighters lack full visibility and rely entirely on drone intelligence. This takes time.
Посадь. Що?
The position is hit. There are wounded. The battle continues. Allied forces report they are approaching to support the position. Inside the dugout, it is dark, but ammunition must be loaded and the fight maintained. The sky is filled with drones, both friendly and hostile. The Allied group arrives and helps repel the assault.
300? Давай сюди. Давай сюди. А ну насипай, насипай. Дай фонарик. Давай. Узнай, де вони тут забазі. Йоп, в рот. А, це отут. На отут мусорка, де у нас. Єпа, я крию.
Ще туди гранату!
Що каже?
Возле старого мінометного крісу. Да, це пацани. Та наші!
Давай кулачка. Сівер, на... Тихо.
Закрита позиція мінометна. Там Толя лежить. Ну, не Толя, а...
Вони з нами?
The fighters advance through sparse tree lines, almost open terrain. They are highly visible to drones. There is little foliage to provide cover. Mortars and artillery fire make movement extremely difficult. The ground is littered with unexploded ordnance, tripwires, mines, and debris. Fallen trees restrict movement even further.
Іди. Ще один. Не підходь. Бери гранату вже. Давай. Рух. Налізай.
Contact. The commander issues clear instructions. One fighter moves forward, others stay back, avoiding clustering. In such areas, clustering is deadly. A single drone or munition can eliminate an entire group. The fighters spread out, maintaining distances of 10 to 15 meters in open areas. Enemy drones drop munitions. The warning is repeated: do not cluster.
Бігом. На що? Що це було? Та я розумію, його може бути. Та не йди до мене. І скид. І ще один прийшов. Він за скид. Пройди вперед, пройди вперед! Обережно. Держи, 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 держи. Попав? Накинь ще одну.
One fighter is wounded. A dugout is cleared. Whenever possible, Ukrainian soldiers first offer the enemy a chance to surrender. If the enemy refuses, a grenade is thrown into the dugout, followed by small arms fire. Fighting in forest belts is extremely difficult. One must constantly watch both the surroundings and the sky. Artillery strikes land nearby. At least one fighter suffers a concussion. Concussions severely affect coordination, hearing, and overall function. Still, the assault must continue. No matter how difficult it becomes, the fighters of the 3rd Assault Brigade always finish what they start. Another assault group operates nearby. They receive instructions and begin clearing.
Носки? Лето.
Якщо бачимо бліндаж і бачимо одіяло, не стріляємо.
Відкриточку, швидше проходимо,
Воно ліс, там і там і там на третю.
Єсть! Гранат! І... Закинув, давай! Крим! Вилазь! Бо він маленький!
Grenades are thrown into dugouts. The enemy is again offered surrender. They refuse. This is their choice. They are on foreign land they invaded and are destroying. Another grenade. The dugout is destroyed. A fighter reports to the commander, detailing his next actions and fire positions.
Все, друже, вже нічого, бліндаж сложився, прийняв. Ну, 2 видно, точно 2 руки, як прийняв. Я йду працювати, тому що говорять, там є рух орієнтивний. І ми працюємо. Зараз я пекачу виставлю, їм подкину пару. Не телефонів, зовсім нічого.
Все, плюс красавці, парні.
Друже, у нас є ще FPV чи ні?
This forest belt still has greenery, offering limited drone concealment. One fighter has a through-and-through arm wound, but can continue moving. He is assigned a covering role. His weapon is reloaded, and he continues firing. Enemy voices are heard, frightened. Resistance continues. Coordination between groups follows.
Нормально.
Це ви з пеки працюєте?
Так.
У нас контакт, там 2 пеки працюють, ми лежимо в началі посадки.
The commander receives reports of enemy numbers. A 60mm mortar engages. Enemy cover is destroyed. First aid is provided to the wounded fighter. The unit returns to its position to rest and service weapons. After a short pause, they prepare for the next assault. Wounds are treated.
Нарабатуємо, як прийняв.
Плюс прийняли.
А ні, це вийшло, папі повезло. Кажи, надали допомогу.
Ну хуй себе. So good? Заходи, друже. Бо, ну, газом не придя. Конечно. Что, сейчас на пи... А? Сейчас на пи... Постоянно. Чича, что у тебя там осталось?
Я так думаю, що осколок, наверное, там є.
Он зашел и запекся. Типа, это все у тебя?
Despite everything, the fighters keep their humor. Everyone is alive. There are minor shrapnel wounds, nothing critical. One fighter plays with a dog that lives with them in the dugout. Then, another assault.
Вылазь,
A dugout is cleared and searched. 2 occupiers are found.
Дай. Алло. Что? Оружие стоять! Оружие вперед! Стоять!
They are immediately offered surrender. They are told they will live. However, Russian propaganda has convinced them that surrender means torture or execution. They are instructed to drop their weapons and exit one by one.
Стоять!
There are 3 of them.
Два автомата!
Only 2 emerge. One is severely wounded and immobile. He remains inside.
Сюда, быстро! Рацию свою-
This was his choice. He came to foreign land to kill civilians. One of the prisoners is named Sasha. Sasha and his comrade
Не,
are
братан,
lucky to
всё,
be
вылазь,
alive.
вылазь, ты ему не поможешь. Не, братан, алло! Алло, ты первый, как зовут?
Саня, вылазь. Давай сюда.
Давай, вылазь за ним.
Вылазь на улицу.
Не переживай. Ты целый?
Целый?
Тебя не...
Давай, вылазь.
Вылазь и иди
Thank
за
you
ним.
for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and support the armed forces of Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. See you in the next video.
А от тепер погнали.